You guys are doing good. So the first thing I'm going to do is trim this bottom part. So I'm using a few different shears, and I am going to use, these are Jason shears, and I'm going to trim the majority of it with this, and then I'm going to come in with these Jason blending shears. Okay, so let's get started. Now, when you're grooming a Yorkie, you need to blend it so that it goes up with the ear here. And so I'm going to take some of it off here. I'm always keeping a very close eye on his ear, and then I can go back in and blend it. And the reason why I want it to flow towards the ear is it gives it a cute little teddy bear look. Okay, so I do that, and then I come back in with these blenders and I just kind of soften the edge. Good boy. And it's a long process, right? So to get them to have that cute little teddy bear face, it's a long process. If you take them to the groomer, they're a lot faster at it, but they do a lot of dogs each day. I just kind of take my time and blend. And he is really well behaved. Some dogs will fight you to do this. Now, when you take them to the groomer, they usually trim the top of the muzzle. I'm not going to trim the top of the muzzle, but I am going to trim the corners of the eyes right here because this can cause staining. Stay. Good boy. So as I'm trimming, I pull the ear forward and take a look at it, see how things are coming along. Today I'm not going to trim his body, but sometimes I trim the whole body. So what I'm trying to do is two things. I'm trying to keep the hair out of the eyes, and I'm trying to remove the staining that he has in the corner of his eyes. Some people use a clipper to trim the corners of the eyes. It's a personal preference. If scissors make you nervous, then use clippers. My dogs don't particularly like the sound. They don't particularly like the sound of the clippers, though, or the feel of vibrating on their face. This is a grooming pillow we sell in our shop. It's kind of nice because it makes them feel secure around their neck and they can rest their head. Oh boy. You always want to be aware and careful with the ears. So if you hold on to the ear, that makes them feel more secure. And you also have more control over the issue. So, if they move or whatever, you have a little more control. So he has a very silky coat. His sister Jazzy, my other Yorkie, she has a very cottony coat. So how I trim them and what I do depends on the coat type. His hair is pure silk. Um, one of the things that he has trouble with is his whiskers make his hair poke in his face. So he has, you see his thick whiskers. So the hair is constantly getting up in his eyes. Now, if I was to trim this hair shorter here, it would be in his face even more. So, you know, if you trim the top of this, it'll just be in the hair, it'll just be in the eyes more, you know. I'm just trying to even it out. I'm looking at the length on the top of the muzzle. Good boy. Lot of blending, very time consuming. It does take a lot of time. But I like being able to groom my dogs myself and the safety of my home and save the money. Look, he's got whiskers up here. Let's see. Um, no, I've never heard. I do know the whiskers help them to know the distance when they're going through something, but I've never heard of it knocking them off balance.